How does living in Vancouver affect your creativity? Your sense of home? What are your challenges and responses to the most livable and greenest city in the world? And yet, at the same time, one of the loneliest and most expensive cities in the world. Take a moment to look at the pressing social issues happening here in Vancouver. Why can Vancouver, a place many of us call home, make us also feel so alone and alienated while living in this city? Does our disconnection stem from different social issues in our city? The experiences that make us feel divided and alienated greatly affect our perspectives of the places we live.
Reconciliation for me is going to be most importantly done at a grassroots level where citizens come together and starting to talk to one another. The policies were put in place by governments, but it's not going to work if it's not taken up by the everyday person that's on the city streets.
But the biggest anxiety that a lot of young people, including myself, have is that it's too expensive. Rent is, of course, atrocious, but the biggest thing is a lot of people, right after their education, can't find employment, like steady employment in the fields they want to be in, or even normal employment. Like that includes students coming in from abroad as well. So that's the biggest thing that's driving a lot of people away, and that kind of makes Vancouver feel unwelcoming and not a good place to, say, start a family or settle down.
The most pressing issues is homelessness. And from Costco in particularly, the number of homeless senior women is increasing very quickly.
Many Vancouverites from all walks of life are now, more so than ever, experiencing a sense of disconnection, isolation, and uncertainty here in our city.
I mean, just to drive through sort of the old neighborhood and see unmowed lawns and sort of abandoned houses is just strange. I mean, that used to be my friend's house, and now it's somebody's investment property.
The neighborhoods have become a little more siloed. We don't have those cross-cultural interconnections that I saw as I was growing up. Maybe
is not only our sense of place, but our sense of home endangered? How do we respond to the hardships and rewards of living in Vancouver? Can we appreciate the beauty of this place despite its hardship? Our cultural map of Vancouver may give us a clue as to what positive sense of place can be unlocked through creative expression. Notice the intent observation we don't exercise in our busy everyday lives, such as the misshapen but whimsical foliage cover that defines our forest, the way nature creates art itself.
Yes, and of course my fundamental love from childhood has been the natural world, so I'm so happy when people find beauty in it and start caring about the natural world. And I even have a belief that we wouldn't really be truly human the way we know ourselves if we didn't accept the rest of the world as being there. The important part of the sharing is if I can, what would be a trigger or inspire or get people to have the sense of connectedness and the sense of beauty, because so much of what we consider relevant, it comes through accepting the beauty of things. Like I find even a slug beautiful. It's how you look, how you relate to it. And it's easier, of course, for people to start looking at something that is traditionally beautiful. There's a close connection between aesthetics and ethics. Because if you see the beauty of things, you start to care for them, and you start to care for them, you act in an ethical way.
Yes. What if we let our sense of awe and wonderment take over? What happens when we allow others to share in a glimpse of what we find captivating and awe-inspiring?
Yeah, I mean, we have to be careful to look after this place. And I think that in some ways art makes people look at it as something to preserve. And I'm doing something like what Emily Carr did, 80 years ago. For instance, even just that Avenue Grill has changed, and things are changing so fast that I kind of find myself documenting Vancouver as it was very quickly, even though I'm doing it today.
Our citizen artists, both gently and boldly, reveal their sense of place, making us see a place in a different way, reminding us of our responsibility to engage in a dialogue with one another.
But I think it's important for future generations to understand that this is a multicultural and a diverse city, and we're stronger because of everybody's input into those sorts of things. For me, to see that and see that strengthen is only going to help us create a better city.
Humans are social beings. Yeah. We like being with others who experience things like we do.
Yes.
And so this sharing of beauty with others is also creating community. Yes. A community of care.
Revealing who we are to each other through creative expression is an act of bravery and resistance against the divisions between us. When will we let our creative selves realize our power to change the city's narrative?
Auguste Boal, the founder of the Theatre of the Oppressed, there are a number of things that were really important to him. Mm-hmm. And one of them that I really agree with is that we are all artists. Mm-hmm. And I end up working with people who've never thought of themselves that way, ever. And it's incredible inside a process to see that fire get lit, that little tiny flame, when they recognize the artist inside themselves and are then more able, from a personal place, to be part of a collective process. And that leads to healthy community.